Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to have a look at the Handmade as a sniper rifle. The Handmade is my favorite commando weapon, but there are reasons to consider using it with a rifleman build. Now, the typical rifleman weapons would be something like a Gauss rifle or a hunting rifle or a lever action rifle. Compared to a Handmade, those do a lot more damage. However, if you're in a situation where the enemies are in a group and they're closer to you and they detect you, Handmade rifle is a much better option because it has a higher ammo capacity and a higher rate of fire. So the one that I have, probably not the best combination of effects for a rifleman. Now that first star anti-armor, that's great. I'd choose that all day long. Weapon speed, really don't need that for a rifleman build. I'd rather have something like VATS hit chance or extra critical shot damage. Third star, 15 reload speed, that's fine. Other options would be faster crit refill or reduced AP cost. Now I do have this modified with the calibrated receiver because I do use it in VATS and I do critical hits. If I wasn't using it that way, either not critical hits or not VATS, I would choose either a hardened receiver or a prime receiver. Everything else I have is to reduce the AP cost, and the suppressor is because we do sneak attacks. This is a typical rifleman build. I have all the rifleman cards maxed out along with tank killer. We also have tenderizer, and we use party boy because we do Sweetwater special blend, and this will triple the effects of that, which makes our perception and VATS hit chance much higher. We use covert operative for sneak attacks. Obviously, because we do critical hits, critical savvy, and better criticals. We have follow through because we don't do super high damage. We typically won't kill enemies in one hit, so this will help with a second hit and beyond. Now, as far as mutation goes, Eagle Eyes is the important one because that gives us plus 50% critical damage. And as far as food buffs go, the two important ones, Blight Soup for extra critical damage and Sweetwater Special Blend for that extra perception. So I have used Handmaids before as a rifleman, but I've never used this particular one. So I'm kind of curious how I do. Let's see, yeah, that AP cost is not super high, or not super low rather. It's, I think 22 is the AP cost. But we have Company T, so our AP refresh is pretty good. You can see the damage is, we run out of AP, we could do some manual aiming. Take care of it. Damage is pretty good. Let's see, there is this guy. We're still undetected though, so yeah, we took care of things pretty nicely there. Another nice thing about the Handmade versus something like a hunting rifle is that you can use it in events. I mean, you can use a hunting rifle in events just fine, but good luck getting a lot of hits in. Handmade, not much of an issue there. It has a nice fire rate, great for manual aiming if that's what you need to do. Now, typically you'd want to use something else, but the nice thing about the Handmade is you can use it as like your only gun, really. Hunting rifle, probably not. It's pretty inconvenient for events, I would say. And also there's times when you're just going to be in trouble and you're going to want something else, where the Handmade just doesn't have that happen. As you can see, even though we're not doing that major damage that you do with some of those other guns, we're still killing stuff really quickly. Although I'm not taking care of or taking advantage of that high ammo capacity because I reload pretty much after every enemy. All right, let's see that Sentry Bot, Fusion Cores, couple of shots, and he's dead. Now, you could put a magazine on this to hold 25 or even 30 rounds with the drum magazine if that's what you wanted, but I find that 20 for a semi-automatic is actually, things are actually dying a little quicker than I expect, so it's taken 2 shots, whereas if I had one of those higher power weapons, it would be 1 shot. There we go, another one. I'm so stealthy that I'm not fighting anything. I hear a, there we go, Mr. Gutsy. Gonna go down really quickly. There's 2 of them here, uh-oh. But here's a case where I was in a little bit of trouble, and if I need to manually aim, I can do that as well. Just another reason why I like the Handmade so much. It's just such a versatile gun, and you can see this, the damage is actually, yeah, damage is actually really good, especially when you're using critical hits. We're killing things really easily. I would say in general, the Handmade is a fairly drama-free weapon. It can handle any situation and, okay. Teleporting enemies though, I don't know about that, but it can handle any, wow, and it kills stuff so easily. So it handles stuff, any kind of enemy, and yeah, you always feel pretty confident using this. Wow, okay, there we go. And everything is dead. All right, so after using this for a bit, I think my preferred third star would be reduced AP cost. I think that would probably be the best option just for maximum versatility. And that's kind of the reason I go for one of these kind of weapons, is just the versatility of it. It's good in VATS, out of VATS, and being able to sustain fire for as long as possible is a good thing. Let's see what we could, okay, well, let's, now if we can just get VATS to cooperate, But you can see, nice damage there. Then I run out of AP, but I've got good AP regen, so comes back pretty quickly. Sometimes the server seems a little, yeah, that one's not taking damage. So that's a little bit of drama, but there's not much you can do about that, broken server and all. But we have a Scorch Beast, and then afterwards we've got enemies, and we can deal with all of them without an issue and pretty quickly. And there you have it. The Handmade is a fantastic rifle for a rifleman build. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons down below, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.